Good morning, Floss Tube. It is Christmas Eve here in the United States, and I am so excited to finally be back after a long time away. It has been busy and crazy, but it's time now for the special celebration. I want you to be sure to notice to my left a beautiful candle that my daughter contributed to our Christmas ambiance today, and it has the smell of balsam, so that will be very pleasant. If I move over, you may can see part of the Christmas tree, although the sun is coming in, so hard to see. I was waiting to film until I had a finish on a very special gift, which will be given tomorrow, but I even have two finishes today. So I am back in my stitchy groove after having a little bit of a slump, and I can't wait to share that with you today. Let me also give a short, just a short story. I always get Christmas spirit and get into the holiday very early. But this year, I have not had my Christmas spirit. No matter what I did, no matter what decorations or events I attended, it just was not happening for me. And this morning, I got ready to go visit my mom in her nursing facility, and on our classical radio station was a beautiful lessons and carols service that was being broadcast from one of the large cathedrals. And I happened to get into the car as they were singing with the organ the second verse of Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And I had not thought of that hymn as one of my favorite Christmas carols, but after this morning, it's going to the top of the list. Hearing those beautiful voices with the loud, beautiful church organ and the verse of Hark the Herald just brought my Christmas spirit all in one beautiful moment. And I want to let you know that even if you do not celebrate Christmas, that I am sending love and wishes that you and yours will have a blessed holiday time, whatever holiday you celebrate, and that the new year is extra special for you. I was the recipient of some long distance stitchy kindness, and I have not asked permission from this dear floss tuber to share this with you, but it just blew me away, and it definitely made my day. So I'm going to go out on a limb and go ahead and share this, and I hope she will forgive me if she did not intend for me to do this today. Cindy of Cindy's Cross Stitch had sent in the mail this beautiful envelope. Look at this red with white polka dots. And inside, such a lovely Christmas card. Look at that beautiful Christmas tree. And she has made this quilted ornament and then cross-stitched my initial in the middle on the tiny, tiny fabric. Cindy, you just made my day. Too much to even take in. Look how beautifully made. At some point, I do need to learn quilting skills. But oh my goodness, people, such a sweet, sweet, happy mail to receive from such an amazing floss tuber. So Cindy, forgive me if you did not intend for that to be shared. I just had to let you know how much it meant to me. Now, I would like to share my finishes, and then we will talk about a new start and just a tiny bit of stash. As I was traveling back at the end of November for our daughter's graduation, I had told you that I would be taking this Riolis kit with me because it is stitched on Aida and because I knew I could do it in the plane where the lighting is not as good, and even in the hotel room. Well, yay, we have a finish. And I, after the holidays, will definitely be looking for a small, hopefully oval frame for these beautiful lilies of the valley. You're seeing some wrinkles, and I'm sorry, this has been washed and ironed, but I think it needs to be steamed. As I said in my last video, I have loved my experience with Riolas, and this was no exception. The yarn that is an acrylic wool blend is easy to work with, and you can see how lovely the design is where you have the shading of the colors, the different greens, and then the subtle blues in with the bright white. So fun for my travel time, and so excited to have another finish. Maybe I'll be able to show you that one finally finished in the new year. And then the one that you all helped me complete, because I had gotten to a wall. I could not look at it and know what to do with it, and you all gave me wonderful suggestions about how to finish it. St. Paul's Cathedral, which is from the London collection by Sheila Elliott, Landmark Enterprises. I was rereading her notes last night as I was finishing the project. What she has done is taken photographs that her husband took during their time in England and then made cross-stitch patterns out of them. And I wanted to share with you the other places that are available from her collection. She has the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, Tower Bridge, the Houses of Parliament, St. Paul's, Piccadilly Circus, and the National Gallery. Then she has a Wessex collection, a Cambridge collection, an Oxford collection, York, and then apparently a cat collection called Anne Robinson Cat Collection. So if you are interested in doing an eBay search, do Sheila Elliott, and they're all made in England, and it is a delightful kit to work with. I just failed in my organization at the beginning, and that is what gave me trouble. But here we are, drum roll, the unveiling of the completed St. Paul's Cathedral. This will be wrapped for my son and under the tree tomorrow. And in the new year, we will frame this for him. He spent a lovely week in London back last year, and this was one of his favorite places to go. And so I hope this will be a treasure for him. But as you can see, it's stitched on Aida with DMC floss. And I'm not sure what I love the most. I have from the beginning loved the sky and the clouds. That has always been a favorite. And that stitch was just such a meditative stitch. But then the way she uses her greens for the trees, and then those dreaded browns and beiges and grays that gave me so much trouble, are just lovely on the finished piece. So I encourage you to look for these if you have special memories of a trip to England or to London or to the famous colleges, the Cambridge or Oxford collection. Because if you organize from the beginning, it will be an easy, easy stitch. I will be passing the stash because my daughter and her husband also visited London a year or so ago, and she definitely wants to stitch this. All right, while I was on my trip, I also took the graph, which I did not bring in this room. You will know from last time it is my big toe. It is a beautiful monochromatic design of the Apostles' Creed, and I had told you that I had ordered a beautiful, almost white linen from my local needlework shop. So this is going to be a very large piece. But on my trip at night, I was able to get one whole line completed. Give me a second to put this on my white paper. So he ascended into heaven, and that's what I've completed. This is on 32 count linen, and I am using the Gentle Art Midnight. And if you remember, I want to coordinate this with the long dog sampler that I did for an anniversary piece for my husband. I hope you can see a little bit of the variation of the thread, but this fabric is heaven to stitch on. It's just a little smaller than I thought, so it was a slower go than I expected. Let me quickly show you that floss in case this is your first video. So it is Midnight by the Gentle Art, and there you can see the variation. If I hold it just right. You know that I love blues, and so this was the perfect choice for these heirloom pieces. So I will enjoy working on that in the new year. It will take a place in my rotation. The other stash that I acquired was a gift for one of my family members, so I won't show you that until after the holidays, but I was also able to get this beautiful package of Zweigart Belfast Lemon at my favorite department store in Edinburgh, John Lewis. You know they have a haberdashery room in the department store, and this is 32 count. Does it have a color name? Well, we'll call it gray. But I can't wait to pick a project to do on this, and I think it is big enough. Let's see. Oh yes, 19 by 27. This could even be a beautiful sampler. That's exciting. Now, my new start that I rewarded myself with after finishing St. Paul's is going to be my meditative stitching. So it will fall into a Sunday rotation, hopefully. But I have begun the beautiful Thea Governor icon called Mother of God. Byzantine art, if I am correct about that. They're calling it an antique icon. And you know that I am a woman of faith, and this is very appropriate for the Christmas season, and so I had said I would start it on Christmas Day, but when I completed St. Paul's last night, I had to pull it out. So I made myself get super organized before I even put the first stitch in, because I did not want to have another problem like I did with St. Paul. So I am using my Paco needle organizer, and I have put these on this end because this end is for another project that I'm not working on right now. But I threaded each needle that will appear in the first few columns that I'll be stitching and labeled the color. I have a couple missing. One is in the piece. Oh, just one is missing, and that's in the piece that I'm stitching. But I'm hoping to really enjoy my Paco. I had not used it much this past year. So I am in the top left corner. And again, I'm using my seated hoop, which I do enjoy for two-handed stitching. And I'm getting faster at that, people. So there's not much to see here. And I know there's no way you can see the colors, but these are beautiful beiges. This will just be a whole strip of the background of the icon itself. And I'm looking forward to moving over here because I will go into those coppers and golds and the metallic thread. This is tiny, tiny Ada. I wish I could tell you what size. I'll look in just a minute. But it was very relaxing last night to put those stitches in. I'm so happy to tell you that. And this is not as big as I thought it was going to be. That's as big as the fabric is. So it will be a slow stitch. It will be my Haid, I guess, because I don't have any Haids. But oh, what a delight to start something new and have it be something so meaningful as this. Okay, what size Ada? They're just not telling me that. Oh well, I'll be able to tell you next time. I want to say it's 18 count, but anyway, Thea Governor, Mother of God. That number, if you ever want to order that kit, is 475A. And her kits are beautifully packaged. My only concern is running out of floss because it does not look like she gives us tons of floss, but I'm trying to be conservative. I had wanted to give you, and I mentioned this in another video, a little background on the St. Paul's Cathedral, and I totally forgot to do that for you. So let me quickly tell you the few high points that I learned. It is an Anglican church. It is the highest point in the city of London. I did not know that. It was built or designed by the architect Sir Christopher Wren in the 17th century, but this is the 5th time the building has had to be erected. We are not positive how many times that was because of fire, but we know that it was destroyed in the Great Fire of London. And now our sweet Clickety-Click has joined us. Roxy was in a bedroom. Now she's out. You hear her. I know that's kind of nerve-wracking. She got a Christmas Eve bath this morning, and she's now sporting a bright blue bow in honor of the holiday with white stars. If she comes back in here, I'll try to move the camera and let you see her. But I want to thank you again for the encouragement you gave me to move into the finishes of the projects that I so wanted to have ready for the end of the year. And I think what I will do is pull the whips out that I hope to do in the new year, and let you enjoy that candle. Bring those out in my next video. I also purchased a new sampler while I was in Edinburgh, and I'll pull that out and let you see my start on it. It is my first Bothy Threads kit, and it was designed by Maura Blackburn. I'm not pronouncing that exactly correct, but had a lot of fun with that on the flight home. So another new start. Now, I know that I have shouted out our New Zealand stitcher Donna, whose channel is Wistful before, Wistful, but I would love for you to go show her some Merry Christmas and Happy New Year love. She is my soul sister, I think, because she said on her last video she only had under 100 whips. And I love the fact that she stitches what she wants and she starts what she wants. She is doing the beautiful Hands Across the Sea sampler. Oh my goodness, I cannot remember which one, but she has been showing it often. And she is also doing an amazing Christmas quilt. I've never seen anything so beautiful. All of her pieces are large, and so she shows you her little bit of progress, but she shares that love for stitching and love for the art that we call cross stitch. So go check her out. Delightful stitcher, and the fact that she's in New Zealand just makes me want to hear her and learn more about what they have going on over there. This is their summer, so she will have fresh garden vegetables for Christmas, she said. Anyway, you all have a very Merry Christmas. Feel the love that I'm sending from the Texas warm, sunny area. And again, thank you for your love and encouragement to me. And as I close, I hope this is also okay. I just found out that an old friend who was also a student of mine, studied piano with me years ago, watches my videos. So I want to say hi to Suzanne and to Sophia and give my love to them and a very Merry Christmas. Love to all. See you in the new year. Goodbye.